Beloved awakened ones, imagine living a life where nothing can shake your tranquility, where you remain serene even in the face of criticism, problems, or the chaos around you. How incredible would it be to go through life with this steady calm, wouldn't it? Today, we will explore powerful Buddhist teachings that can help you achieve this strength and inner peace. These teachings are not just ancient ideas, but practical tools you can use right now to create a place of balance within yourself. With each step, you will discover ways to face stress, negativity, and uncertainty with confidence and serenity. Here on our channel, where we talk about spirituality and emotional healing, we believe that true transformation begins when we align our inner world with our deepest goals. The first step in building this inner strength is to establish firm purposes. This means having clarity about what you want in life and what truly matters to you. When your goals and values are clear, they become like a shining star guiding your path, helping you stay focused and calm, even in difficult times. By setting a clear path, you tell your mind exactly where it should go and also open an energetic path in that direction. Think of a long journey. Your firm purposes are like a map that guides your steps, showing the direction even on the most challenging roads. This map strengthens you to move forward, no matter how difficult the path may seem, because you know exactly where you are going and why it is important. As Buddha said, your work is to discover your work, and then give yourself to it with all your heart. Every morning, take a moment to reflect on your firm purposes. Remember what is important to you and the goals you wish to achieve. This simple habit helps you stay committed and focused, regardless of the challenges that arise. By keeping your purposes clear and revisiting them regularly, you build a solid foundation within yourself. This inner foundation is what empowers you to face any challenge with confidence. Even when life gets tough and full of obstacles, your firm purposes help you stay on course, like a strong ship navigating stormy seas. This inner strength and clarity will guide you through life's ups and downs, keeping you resilient and centered. Additionally, I suggest that you consider both the benefits of following your purpose and the downsides of not doing so. This will create in your mind a motivation driven by both pleasure and pain, which can lead to profound changes. Imagine having the power to remain calm and serene, regardless of what others say or do. Buddhism teaches us that much of our suffering comes from how we react to people and situations, rather than from the circumstances themselves. One of the most transformative teachings is understanding that no one can hurt you without your consent. You may not control what happens around you, but you have complete control over how you respond to it. By grasping this idea, you reclaim control over your emotions, and nothing that others say or do can disturb your inner peace, unless you allow it. Think about it. When someone says something negative or tries to upset you, you have a choice. You can let the words affect you, causing sadness or anger, or you can choose not to let them bother you. By deciding not to take negative words or actions personally, you become untouchable. This does not mean that bad things won't happen, or that people will stop saying hurtful things. However, it does mean that these situations will no longer have the power to destroy your inner peace. You will remain calm and centered, even in the face of adversity. As Buddha wisely said, holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal, with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. When we allow ourselves to be consumed by negative emotions like anger, it is not the situation that harms us, but rather the consequences of our own lack of control. So, how can we become untouchable? When someone tries to upset you, pause. Take a deep breath and remember that you have the power to choose how you feel. Do not let negative words or actions affect your mind. Allow them to pass without clinging to them. It's like raising a shield around yourself, protecting your peace from any harm. Practicing this approach regularly will, over time, make fewer things bother you. You will become stronger inside, and other people's actions or words will lose the power to take away your tranquility. This does not mean that you should ignore problems or pretend they don't exist, but rather that you should deal with them clearly and serenely, without letting them disturb your inner balance. Now, let's talk about the practice of impermanence, one of the deepest truths of life. Everything is in constant change, from small everyday experiences to the great moments that shape our journey. Nothing remains exactly as it is. What brings joy today may no longer exist tomorrow, just as pains inevitably transform over time. Recognizing impermanence is not a reason for fear, but for liberation. By understanding that everything is temporary, we make space to fully live in the present, without the burden of trying to control or hold on to what is beyond our reach. This understanding naturally leads us to acceptance, an essential step toward finding peace. Acceptance does not mean resignation or giving up, but embracing reality as it is, without resisting or fighting against what we cannot change. Often, suffering arises from our attempt to adjust life to our expectations, but instead, acceptance invites us to observe the present moment clearly and act from a place of serenity. Accepting impermanence means recognizing that every experience, no matter how challenging, carries the opportunity for growth and renewal. In Buddhism, detachment is the release from excessive attachment to people, objects, situations, or even ideas and emotions. It does not mean abandoning or denying things, but rather relating to them in a balanced way, without depending on them for your happiness. Attachment, according to Buddhism, is one of the causes of suffering because it generates anxiety, fear of loss, and dissatisfaction. Detachment allows us to live fully, accepting life's impermanence and finding inner peace by not clinging to what is transient. It is living with lightness, appreciating the present, without clinging to control or the constant desire for more. Detachment does not mean we should be indifferent or avoid life's connections, but that we can love and appreciate without trying to possess or control. It teaches us to enjoy what we have in the present moment, with gratitude, without being attached to expectations or obsessed with future outcomes. This also applies to material possessions. It is an act of trust in the natural flow of life, allowing us to relate to the world in a lighter and more authentic way. When we integrate impermanence, acceptance, and detachment, we find a harmony that frees us from the emotional chains that often bind us. These principles together show us that true peace does not come from avoiding change or resisting life, but from learning to flow with it, embracing each moment as it is. This way, we live more fully, open to whatever comes, without fear of what will be left behind. If this message touched your heart or brought valuable insights, share your thoughts. We would love to hear about your experiences and how you plan to use these ideas on your journey. Leave a comment, share it with friends, or simply carry this wisdom with you to illuminate your path. After all, inner peace grows when we share kindness and inspiration. Thank you for opening yourself to this reflection. May you continue to cultivate a life full of serenity, strength, and purpose. Until next time, and remember, your inner light is your greatest fortress.